The holographic display floating in the command center showed Earth like some kid's marble, all blue and white and fragile looking. Pretty in a way that made you forget billions of people lived down there. Around it, arranged in formations so perfect they looked computer-generated, which of course they were, sat 10,000 warships. 10,000. Supreme Commander Vex'thor stood watching it, his four arms clasped behind his carapace in what passed for satisfaction among his people. Each of those ships could crack a planet open like an egg. Each one represented the kind of military power that civilization spent centuries building. The Kryn Empire alone had contributed nearly 2,000 vessels. Still nothing from the surface, Supreme Commander. His tactical officer's translucent skin pulsed with that nervous energy Vex'thor had learned to recognize. The young ones always got twitchy before a surrender. No transmissions, no ships launching. They've gone completely dark. Vex'thor's mandibles clicked. Not quite a laugh, but close. What did you expect? They know when they're beaten. The observation deck behind him was packed. Representatives from 47 species, all here to watch history being made. The day humanity learned its place in the Galactic Order. Some had traveled for weeks just to witness this moment. Ambassador Thielen moved forward, his crystalline body catching the light from the holodisplay and throwing rainbows across the deck. Commander, perhaps we should reconsider. The humans have been, well, they've surprised us before. Surprised? Vex'thor turned, and there was definitely contempt in his voice now. They've been in space for what? 200 cycles? We've been traveling between stars for 10,000 years. They're children, Ambassador. Clever children, I'll grant you, but children. They defeated the Zorak. The Zorak are pirates. Vex'thor cut him off with a gesture that sent all four arms sweeping through the air. Disorganized raiders. Yes, the humans showed some tactical creativity, but we're not talking about fighting off some scavengers. He gestured at the display, at the mathematical perfection of 10,000 warships. This is 3 centuries of alliance building. This is real military power. Do you honestly believe one primitive species can stand against half the galaxy? Nobody answered. Even the ones who'd argued for diplomacy had to admit the visual evidence was pretty damn compelling. Earth was surrounded, outgunned by orders of magnitude. The math wasn't complicated. How much longer do we give them? The question came from one of the floating delegates, a gaseous being that communicated through electromagnetic pulses that had to be translated twice before anyone else could understand it. Vex'thor checked his chronometer. It's been 6 hours since we arrived and sent our terms. That should be enough time for even humans to grasp reality. He turned to his communications officer. Send it again. Tell them they have 1 hour. Unconditional surrender, or we start with their major cities. Yes, Supreme Commander. As the message burned through space toward the silent blue world below, Vex'thor allowed himself a moment of, not pride exactly, satisfaction. This would be his legacy, the commander who brought humanity to heel, who finally checked the ambitions of the most disruptive species to appear in galactic affairs in the last 1,000 years. Humans were clever, no question. They'd made remarkable progress in an absurdly short time. But cleverness wasn't enough. Not against overwhelming force, not against civilizations that had been perfecting warfare since before Earth's sun had finished forming its inner planets. Supreme Commander? The communications officer's voice pulled him from his thoughts. We're receiving something. Their surrender? No, sir, it's just one word. In our language. Well, what does it say? A pause. It says, wait. Confusion rippled through the observation deck like wind across water. Vex'thor felt his mandibles twitch with irritation. Wait? They want more time? That appears to be the message, sir. Unacceptable. Send response. No more delays. 1 hour or we start shooting. Message sent, sir. Vex'thor turned back to the holodisplay, studying Earth like it was a puzzle he couldn't quite solve. No ships rising from the surface, no defense platforms coming online, no desperate transmissions begging for mercy. The planet just sat there, silent and still, like it had already accepted what was coming. Good. Better they understood sooner rather than later. The universe ran on rules, And one of those rules was that you didn't ignore the Galactic Council. You couldn't just do whatever you wanted and expect no consequences. The hour would pass, they'd surrender, and the galaxy would finally have some order again. At least that's what he told himself.